Being a school anime, there isn't so much of a plot as much as there is a premise that the show builds off of in various ways. As I mentioned before, the story follows Hachiman, Yui, and Yukino as they help the other students with their problems. The anime is split into arcs, with each arc focusing on one student, person, or group of people. This leads to a lot of various themes and ideas concerning communities and the internal motivations of others, which I found to be very interesting. Also, for a show called My Teen Romantic Comedy SNAFU,
there isn't all that much comedy-ornaments in this show. Granted, I have yet to read the light novels and a second season has been announced, so I could be proven wrong, but this season doesn't. Sure, the exchanges between Hachiman and Yukino are pretty funny at times, but the show focuses a lot
more on human drama. This focus on drama and not on the romance also eliminates the melodrama that seems to hover over every single school anime coming out nowadays, which was refreshing. The drama can also be rather harsh. As mentioned earlier, Hachiman doesn't like to sugarcoat anything.
So whenever he's trying to help a student, he can be almost unbearably brutal to them, even if it is for the best. This does make for some uncomfortable scenes, but at the same time, I applaud Tanam for it, especially since I haven't really seen an anime tackle any of the issues within SNAFU.
The animation sound. I will summarily abridge this section by saying that everything within this section is painfully average, which is disappointing considering the production company behind this. I mean, come on Brainspace, you can do better than this. The animation, while it has some nice designs, isn't really that good and looks kind of plain. The only character design that felt new was Hachiman's, whose fish eyes stole the show every time he was on screen. The soundtrack is also nothing to write home about, but the opening is pretty good, so check that out. There is no English dub thankfully because I dislike Sentai Filmworks dubs, and the Japanese dub is average EACT for Hachiman. Geez, it's becoming a theme whose voice actor nailed him to a T. Final judgment. So, after all this, is SNAFU generic or is it groundbreaking? I'd say both, in a strange way. It provides an experience by including glitches to further its themes, but the glitches are still there. The characters are pretty generic, but likable, and Hachiman is my favorite character of all time. This is where this review will get slightly biased. I related a lot to this anime, especially Hachiman. It is almost scary how these situations resemble parts of my life, whether they're good or bad. The entire point of SNAFU is to show that humans are essentially, well, human. We repeat ourselves, we're not perfect no matter how much we try to prove ourselves wrong. We are, in actuality, a glitch. So, in the end, this makes SNAFU a favorite of mine. It's definitely not perfect, and I can see why someone would dislike it, but I have a personal attachment to this show that I don't think can be replicated. I give My Teen Romantic Comedy SNAFU a 3.75 out of 5. A lot of people might think that I inflated this score, but let me assure you that you have watched this show at some point. It's glitch D, yet knows what it's talking about and exactly how to execute it. Well, like always, it's up to you to decide your own opinions.
if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell button, so you never miss a latest update video on us.